Good evening, Intentional Lifers. So, this week we've been talking about our identity in Christ. So, I wanted to pop on really quick and talk about my identity in Christ and how I became very aware. Um, so, I come from a family of very loud talkers. I mean, literally, my sisters and I could be in a room. My sisters, I've got two sisters and my two cousins who are like sisters. Literally, if we are together, it could sound like we fighting and we just talking. So we are just weird. I come from a loud bunch. I come from just a bunch of women. And so, when there's a lot of women around, there can be some cattiness and there can be some insecurities. I think most people have insecurities just based on how they were raised and when they were around people. And so when I accepted Christ, I had to, God began to deal with me about insecurities, about how I looked, how I sound, when I went into jobs and my hair, my hair was always straight and I just went natural probably 6 years ago. And even that, I had to, learn to appreciate my natural texture of hair and how to work with it and everything. And as I'm going through all of this, I'm also learning to be a woman of God. And so, how I began to come into myself and recognize my identity in Christ is through Psalms 139. So, Psalm 139 just became such a loud bell for me. It taught me that God knew me before. He knew exactly who my parents would be. He chose them for me. He chose my name. There was an accident that my parents got together and had me, not the year that I was born, not the day that I was born, the number in which I was born. I'm number 3 of 4. He knew all of that. You can trace Jesus' history back to all his family line, generations, and I think that's why God does that. He shows us that he knew all of us just like that. So no matter where you grew up or how you grew up, that was intentional. God intended for all of that to happen. And so I wanted to share that with you. Psalms 139, take a look at it. Hear those words that it says. One of the parts that I really enjoy is Psalms 139, 139, 8 through 12, and it reads, "Even if I ascend up into heaven, thou art there. If I make my bed in hell, behold, thou art there. If I take the wings of the morning and dwell in the uttermost parts of the sea, even there shall thy hand lead me, and thy right hand shall hold me. If I say, surely the darkness shall cover me, even the night shall be light about me." So even if you try to hide in darkness, that darkness becomes light in God's presence. Really? So, yea, 12, verse 12, yea, the darkness hideth not from thee, but the night shineth as the day. The darkness and the light are both alike to thee. So, the person that you are, that's the person God intended. Just the way you talk, your cadence, how loud you talk, the joy, how you pronunciate things, your eyes, the way they're set. I've got this mole right here. That was intentional. God intentionally did that. So go out there and be intentional and intentionally love the person that God created you to be.